Greetings, shalom, we the people of the United States of America. The Constitution of the United States, with its 7 chapters and 27 amendments, is the law, the supreme law of the land we call the United States of America, which is governed according to the Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, by a Republican form of government. All states are to follow, all 50 and their territories, the Republican form of government. It is not a democracy. Go study this, look it up. You'll see there's a difference. We are a Republican form of government. And that Republican form of government states in its Constitution, at the very head, at the very top of the Constitution, it says the following: we the people. It's called the Preamble, by the way. This little statement, yay big at the top. It's called the Preamble to the U.S. Constitution. And listen what it says. This is power, you guys. This is power, authority. Now listen. We, the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, to ensure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. This is so important, you guys, so important, and we overlook it. I would wager that 99% of the American people have not read the Constitution of the United States. I would wager that 99.9% of the American people, of citizens that is, don't think about the Constitution of the United States as we go about our daily activity, just the way we do not think about our United States citizenship. The most privileged club on the planet. U.S. citizenship. Everybody wants it. U.S. citizenship. Legally or illegally, everybody wants U.S. citizenship. But the average American of 3, 4, 5 generations being here don't think about the citizenship. Other when we're filling out applications for a job interview, or we're going to go overseas, outside the country, we think about our citizenship. But on a daily basis, we don't. And therefore, I would say that most people, therefore, do not know about the Constitution, never read it, never looked at it, have no idea what's in it, okay? I'm not making fun, just relieving tension, but it's very dangerous that we are so ignorant, because the foreign entities are steadily taking advantage of us right in front of our faces, using our own laws against us. They quote laws for themselves, but in actuality, those laws are laws for you, my brother, my sister, my fellow citizen. Those laws are for you, not for those who come here soon. But that's not their fault. I'm not knocking people who come here legally as immigrants or illegally to take our citizenship and use it as they will, and not according to the dictates of the founding fathers' dream for what America is to be someday. So that's our fault. We've left that void. And so subsequently, people take it. The Preamble. I would say again, 99% of the American citizens don't know what the Preamble is. Those who know what the Preamble is, they may be able to, they don't know what's in it. Those who can quote it a little bit, they may say, oh, we the people. Oh, yeah, we the people. We the people. We the people. That's about as far as they get. Not knocking. I'm just analyzing you, telling you what the issue is. And then those who can actually quote it, the preamble, don't know what it is still, and they don't know how to apply it to the 7 chapters below it and the 27 amendments to it. They don't know. So we walk around here, we see all this wrong, we criticize our politicians, our government, what I call government servants. They are not government officials, they are government servants. They are officially government servants. Why do I say that? Here's another one. 99% of the American people don't know what the Declaration of Independence is or what July 2nd and 4th, 1776 represents to us. They have no idea that the revolution actually of 1776 is continuing to this day. America is a revolution. It is a revolution in thoughts and ideas and ideals as to how human beings should govern themselves, as opposed to monarchy, where some person says that God sent them and anointed them by the priest or the pope or whatever, and they do whatever they want. They play God on earth. And they create slavery and injustices like slavery and unfair economics, distribution, corrupt corrupt government. Well, you know what I'm talking about. We criticize our government servants. We call them idiots. We put them down. But see, that's our mistake, folks. The preamble does not say they, the politicians, they, the government servants, they, our government servants. It doesn't say the president. It doesn't say the governor. It doesn't say the mayor or the supervisors or the city council person. It doesn't say that. It says we collectively, Americans, we citizens. It is our job to perfect those things that are imperfect about our union. Yes, we can criticize the president. We can criticize the mayors and the governors and all these people who are in their power intoxicated state of mind. Yes, we can, and we're very good at criticizing. We can cut them up one end and down the other. We're very articulate about what's wrong, and we're very passionate, and eloquent. But we hardly ever come up with an answer, an alternative to what these guys are talking about and trying to do. Let's go back to the Declaration of Independence that most people don't know exists. And they use the 4th of July basically as a time to party. That's what most Americans do. They don't know no better. I'm not knocking them. It's just the way that it is. A doctor looks at the patient and says to the patient, okay, you got this issue. It's cancer, and it's going to kill you if you don't do this. Here's what we recommend. That's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm recommending. But let's go back to the Declaration of Independence. In the Declaration of Independence, the first law of the United States of America, where God is the central character. That's why they say that our rights are God-given and not given to us by man, by humanity, men or women. It is given to us from on high by divine authority. It says in the first law of this land, it says that the governors, the government servants, from the president all the way to the Supreme Court, as well as all in Congress and all elected and appointed officials, it says that those governors govern by our consent, by the people's consent. They can only do what we tell them to do, because the founding fathers, it's difficult, but the founding fathers put we the people in a situation to where we have to supervise the government servants, supervise them. We tell them what to do. They don't tell us what to do. We're supposed to look at a crisis in our neighborhood, in our community, with our people, analyze it, come up with a solution, and then present it to them, go to them, and say to them, this is the problem. This is how we analyzed it. And this is how we want it fixed. And you have a certain amount of time to get it fixed. With the caveat, if you don't follow our instructions, then we are going to either vote you out of office, we're going to either recall you from office, or we will just, as citizens united, have you arrested. Yes, folks, we can arrest the mayor, the city councilman, the supervisor, the sheriff, elected or unelected, or appointed. We can arrest a Supreme Court justice. We can arrest the President of the United States. We can arrest a congressman or senator. We can arrest a military general. No one in the United States is above the law of we, the people. You see, if you hire somebody for a job that you have, business, and you don't supervise that employee, and that employee really, really messes up, yes, you'll eventually fire that employee. But you cannot blame the employee for messing up. Why? Because you, the proprietor, the employer, did not supervise this person. You must supervise your employees. You must supervise your servants. You must, according to what the founding fathers was telling us, we must supervise those that we vote into office every 2, 4, 6 years, or that we appoint. And if they do not follow our dictates, then we remove them, either in the 2, 4, 6 year cycle, or recall, or citizens arrest. Yes, from the president to the Supreme Court justice. We can do this, folks. But the key here is we have to be united. That's the big key. Because see, that's what this is the eternal universal argument in governing. It's the people versus monarchy. And as long as the world has been here, we've always been ruled by kings and emperors and warlords and chieftains and generals and dictators. Why? Because people tend to want to be told what to do. Very few people in society want to lead. 95% of society does not want to lead. Only 5% are willing to take responsibility for leadership, and to be willing also, and half of that group, willing to be culpable and responsible, held responsible, should they fail in their leadership. So King George was telling the founding fathers, your idea about republicanism and people govern themselves is foolish. It can never happen. You are going against your very Declaration of Independence when you say nature and nature's God. Well, nature tells you that human beings would rather be told what to do. They don't want to make decisions, especially decisions over life and death and so forth. But the founding fathers said to King George III of England, he said, well, look, you may be right about that. That's why we call what we do the new order of the ages, the new order by which we are going to govern ourselves, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, so a more perfect society, we the people. And so the founding fathers said, when you look at the Declaration of Independence, God is in the center. He is a central character. Most of y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes, he is. See, there is no such thing as church and state. There is a separation between church and state. Yes, there is a separation between church and state. There is a separation between church and state. But according to the Declaration of Independence, the first law of our country, there is no separation between God and state. Look at it. Look at it. Okay? Between God and state, there is no separation. So back to us, we the people. I'm coming to you this way. I want you to be educated. Because you're looking at the COVID virus, you're looking at homelessness, you're looking at the potentiality of the military taking over, you're looking at the potentiality of fascism, an American style of fascism, unprecedented in world history. We've never seen this kind of, just like you've never seen a Republican form of government like the United States, we have also never seen a Republican form of government like the United States go fascist. It could. It really could. And this is why I fly my flag upside down. It's not as a disrespect to the flag or to the country or to the men and women who gave their lives under the red, white, and blue banner, but it's a high respect and a high honor to preserve that which they gave their lives for. That flag represents this country, this Republican form of government, and they died for that. And it's our job as we the people to recognize that we are in a dire state like we've never been since the Civil War, or maybe even since the Revolutionary War, where we could lose this country. And the only way we're going to get it back is if we the people wake up and finally assume our collective responsibility. I fly the flag to shock you. People walk up to me, young and old, black and white. They say, why you do that? Even police. And I explain, they go, oh, that makes sense. You don't believe me? Go look up U.S. Flag Code Section 8. And there it tells you that when the nation is in distress or life and property is threatened, that we have a duty, a responsibility to turn that flag upside down and say all is not right in America. We the people have been ordered. It's up to us to fix it. When you see something wrong in America, you cannot blame the politicians. You really can't do that because they are not ordered. The only thing that they can do is obey orders from us. And if we're not giving orders, they don't have to do nothing. They do whatever they want to do. So I just want to share that with you, and I'll come back and we'll talk more about this power business, especially as it relates to this one right here, the 14th Amendment, the Civil Rights Act of 1866, 14th Amendment, that is black citizenship, federal super black citizenship. Now, come on later, and we'll talk about that some. But right now, I just want to get this idea of the preamble, we the people, in your minds. Go to tedhayes.us, tedhayes.us. You can see all of my stuff there, and you can also go to domevillage.us. You can see what we did with the homeless and what we are doing, and you can go to, on the 14th Amendment here, you go to the THE digital 1 digital 4 th.us. That's the 14th Amendment. I'm sorry, that's the 14th.us. THE14th.us. Okay, so check it all out. Thank you for your time. I won't keep any longer, and we will be back. Oh, go to my YouTube channel, and it's called ADOS, the 14th Amendment Promissory Note. Go there, okay? You can also go to thepromissorynote.com, thepromissorynote.com, and meet my dear friend and good friend and partner over there. That's Robin O'Bannon, United States military, Air Force veteran combat veteran of the Iraq wars. All right. Thank you again, and we'll be back. Share this around, okay? Get it out there. Shalom.